Chapter 719. There was also the possibility of someone blowing this story up, using it to force Dorian out of his position. If that were to happen, Dorian and his family would be doomed. The thought made Dorian glower at his wife, roaring, "This is all your fault. You could have messed with anyone in the world, but you chose to mess with Mr. Grayson's friend. Are you fucking blind?" The woman was filled with regret now, but there was nothing she could do about it. Cameron said at once, "Mr. Califf, we'll be heading back to report to our superior now. I think this case is out of our hands. You can reach out to our superior if you have any questions." He left after that with his fellow officer. Meanwhile, Dorian and his family began blaming each other. Not long after, a fight broke out between Dorian and his wife. Their son scrambled to pull them apart, and they looked like a mess. At the same time, Wilbur was taking a seat at Benjamin's dining table. The dishes served were quite simple. There was a whole grilled fish, a plate of mushy peas, a platter of mixed vegetables, a bowl of peanuts, and a bottle of whiskey. Susie poured Wilbur and Benjamin a glass, sitting to the side to serve them. Benjamin raised his glass, clinking it against Wilbur's before draining its contents. Benjamin said, "It sure is rare of you to come looking for me on your own accord, buddy." "Well, I promised to have dinner with you eventually and happened to be free tonight," Wilbur answered with a smile. Benjamin popped a peanut into his mouth, chewing slowly. Wilbur fell silent for a while before saying, "I might be going to Caratopia soon." "Is that so?" said Benjamin. "I've got to take care of some things there and might get into some confrontations with the local authorities." "Well, that's up to you. You don't have to tell other people about that. I'm just worried that things might get out of hand. Would that cause diplomatic problems for us?" "Diplomatic problems?" Benjamin mused mildly. "Our nation isn't what it used to be. You won't be in any trouble as long as you have the upper hand." "Okay, that's good then." Wilbur smiled. Benjamin put a piece of fish in his mouth, chewing on it thoughtfully before saying at last, "Remember, as long as you're in the right, you have nothing to be afraid of. No man, no country." "I will," Wilbur said. He poured Benjamin another glass, and the two of them drank. They chatted for a while after that. It was only after they had finished a bottle and Benjamin was slightly tipsy that Wilbur got up to leave. A slightly reddened Benjamin walked to Wilbur to the door. Right before Wilbur walked out, Benjamin said, "I might be old now, but the thought of our age-old vengeance still makes me want to grab a few Cheerians. It's a shame I'm not in the shape to do that anymore." Wilbur turned to smile at Benjamin. "I understand, Mr. Grayson." Benjamin nodded with a smile and left after that. Upon returning to Sea Lake Island, Wilbur sat in his living room for a while, pondering on Benjamin's words just now. Wilbur arrived at suite number 8888 of the Caesar Hotel at noon next day. The door opened to reveal a round-shaped girl in long robes. She bowed at Wilbur, inviting him inside. Wilbur entered the room to see Yumi sitting on the sofa, wearing nothing but a towel. She got up the moment she saw Wilbur, bowing deeply and exposing a large part of her chest. Wilbur looked away at once, sitting down and getting straight to the point. "I'll agree to what you told me, but on one condition." "Sure," Yumi said, sitting down. Wilbur said, "I can help you run your family, and even take down the other 4 great families so yours will right at the top in Caratopia, but just letting Cape enter your nation isn't it going to be enough?" Yumi widened his eyes in disbelief. "Take down the other major 4 clans? How was that possible?" Was Wilbur being slightly delusional?